Just finished my morning workout. That video is coming soon. I have something interesting and fun for you about staying in shape on the road. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, I'm Carolyn. This is my RV life. And today I am officially announcing that I am attempting to go to Alaska this summer. And I say attempting because the next couple of weeks, things really are going to need to line up and go my way for that trip to be possible. And I'm shooting this video today because this is going to be the first of a series of videos about my trip to Alaska. And I thought today would be a really good place to start because I am going to take you through all the things that I'm going to be doing to prepare for the trip. And the reason I say that the next couple of weeks are really going to be important is because I need to get my RV checked out. I'm going to be doing that this week. I'm going to take it in. I want to get it inspected to make sure it's road ready. So what happened is, over the last year, I bought the RV, I got the solar installed. Today's April 16th. I had to pay taxes. We don't even want to talk about my tax bill. So my budget is a little bit tight, and I'm sharing this information with you just for informational purposes only. So please don't misunderstand my intentions or my motives here. I share my life with you to teach and to inspire and to motivate and hopefully to share some practical tips along the way. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I always talk about having an emergency fund of at least $5,000 when you hit the road. Well, sometimes that emergency fund gets depleted and you have to make decisions. And right now the decision that I'm going to be faced with is if any major work needs to be done on my RV, I'm not going to be able to go. That's okay. Alaska's it's not going anywhere. If I can't go this year, I'll be able to go next year. So I am kind of going a little bit on a tight budget, but that's okay. I've planned it. I know what I need. It's like 4,000 miles. So the biggest expense is going to be gas, as always. But I just really need nothing to be seriously wrong with my RV for me to be able to continue with the trip. Another reason I'm sharing with you is just expectations. Here I'm going to Alaska, and I've announced that, and then all of a sudden if I say, oh, I can't go, and just leave it, well, I can't go, then you're going to be wondering why. And so these are some of the practical things that I am going through in the next couple of weeks. Besides the rig, the second thing is Capone. Capone needs to go to a USDA certified vet to be able to cross into Alaska. So what does that mean? Well, he needs, number one, of course, he needs current rabies, and he also, in addition, not to get into Canada, but to get into Alaska, they require a health certificate dated within 30 days of crossing into Alaska, stating that the pet is healthy. And so, of course, I have to plan that within 30 days of crossing into Alaska, and I'm probably not going to do that until I get to Washington. But of course, that's also another consideration. Let's say they find something serious with Capone and I need to take care of that. That could be another reason I wouldn't go to Alaska. But barring those two things, barring any major work on the RV, barring Capone not being healthy, and of course I don't expect that to be the case, I'm going to be slowly making my way north and going to Alaska. And the next couple of weeks or at least this week, the big one is the rig. I don't expect anything. It's running really well. If anything, maybe brakes, maybe tires, but little things. Oh, it might need a fuel filter or something like that. It's starting to sputter a little bit when I put my foot on the gas, but really nothing major. But we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. Let's keep our fingers crossed because I really want to take you all to Alaska with me. Alaska's a huge, it's been on my bucket list a long time. I really want to go, but if I can't go this year, I will go next year. Another part of the planning process that I want to share with you are the two resources. This is what they call the Alaska Road Trip Bible, or at least that's what I call it, Milepost, and I just got the newest 2018 version. And anybody who's ever been to Alaska, and of course my friend Bob Welsh from cheaprvliving.com, who is an Alaskan, highly recommended this. And basically it's a mile by mile highway logs. So it gives you routes, it gives you all the services and all the resources and everything that you would need if you're going to be driving to Alaska. So this is the first thing I got. And then, of course, my Alaska Road and Recreational Guide, the Atlas. Part of the reason, I don't usually do paper maps, but part of the reason I got these is because I know that internet service, cell service is going to be very intermittent and very sketchy while I'm going through both Canada and Alaska, so it's really good to have paper backup. That brings me to another thing, actually 2 more things, maybe 3 more things that I need to take care of in the next couple of weeks before I cross Canada. I need to double check both. I have AT&T hotspot and I have Verizon cell phone, so I'm going to need to check both of those services to make sure I'm going to be able to not only use the cell in Canada and Alaska, but make sure I'm still going to be able to use the data, the Wi-Fi hotspot that I use for my computer. So those are 2 things I'm going to be doing in the next several weeks. I also need to double check my roadside assistance, which I have through Good Sam. Oh gosh, in fact, I haven't changed it for the new RV. I should probably do that. So I'm going to check with Good Sam roadside assistance. I want to just double check what my coverage is in Canada and Alaska. Make sure I have coverage in Canada and Alaska. And I should probably check with Progressive Insurance, my insurance company as well, just to make sure I'm fully covered in Canada and Alaska. So that's a pretty big list of things to do to prepare for going to Alaska. It's a big deal. It's 4,000 miles. Much of it is very remote. Things are going to be much more expensive going through Alaska than they are here, and budget's a consideration. And the other thing about making sure my rig is up to par is that I can't get stuck in Alaska. I can't get up there and have a transmission blow and need to pay $3,000 for a transmission and not have $3,000 and need to stay there through the winter. That's just not an option. I will die. It's very cold. I don't want to live in Alaska in my rig in the winter. Very cold and very dark. I mean, I suppose worst case scenario, I could rent a house. Oh my God, but that would be awful. I don't want to do that. So I'm taking the rig in this week to get it checked. Nothing major. I don't want to break down. I have my paper resources. I have to get Capone checked out to make sure he's healthy to cross the border. I have my passport. A lot of you are going to ask. I have a passport, so that's not going to be a problem as far as identification and going in. The other thing I read is I can't take any fruits across the Canadian border, so I'm going to make sure I clean my rig out of fruit. You also can't take more than, I think it was 20 kilograms of dog food. So I'm going to have to just double check, and it has to be commercially packaged. And yeah, they're kind of picky about what dog food you take because it carries diseases or something like that. So there's been a lot of research so far going into this trip. And I'm going to bring you along with me every step of the way. I'm going to show you what it takes to go to Alaska and what my process is. And hopefully we'll keep on the road with me because I'm really excited. What do you think? You excited about going to Alaska with me? I'm really excited about taking you with me. I'm grinning ear to ear. It's going to be a fun trip. And so just wish me luck. Keep your fingers crossed that everything goes well with the rig this week. I'm a little nervous because you know my history with RVs and mechanical issues. I think that's it. Cheers, and I'll see you soon. I'll let you know how things go, all right? And in the meantime, let's get really excited about beautiful, wide open country. I'm really excited. I am doing this alone. For those of you who might be wondering, I'm going alone with my dog who's sitting right here. And it's gonna be fun. Oh, I am a little worried about bears. I do have bear spray. I'm a little worried. Capone will definitely be on a leash all the time, but we'll talk about that more once I get there and some of the precautions that I know I'm going to have to take. Capone's not going to be able to roam freely, as freely as he does now. And even that, he's not roaming as freely as he used to. He wanders, and I don't think he realizes he's old. Just now, he wandered down this steep hill, and I couldn't find him. My throat hurts because from screaming, trying to get him back, because he only listens, or he can only hear gruff voice. Capone! That's literally what I have to do. See, I'm losing my voice. I mean, he was way down there, and he struggled getting back up. So I think we both have to come to terms with the fact that he's older. Need to keep a closer eye on him. He's my buddy. Okay, cheers. I'll see you soon. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. Alaska or bust. Mwah.